Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be 5 signs you were right about them. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, this message, this video, and this title is confirmation. Understand something. You were right about them. I know they tried to make you seem like you was crazy. Yes, sir. But you was right about it. They tried to make it seem like you ain't know what you was talking about. But you was right. All right? So understand what I'm saying, y'all. This is a very impactful and powerful message. On time, prophetic, and divine. Yes, sir. Now understand this, y'all. I'm about to get into each and every one of these signs. But before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. And not only that, y'all, be sure to drop in the comments and say I was right. Now, the first sign of how you know you was right about them is going to be this, chosen one. Fishy vibes. All right? Let me say it once again, y'all. Louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, y'all. Fishy vibes. So what do you mean by fishy vibes? Fishy vibes is the vibes or the energy you get from a person whenever you just met them, right? The vibes that you get from a person, you know, from just being around them, right? Have y'all ever been somewhere or been around somebody and they just give you a shady energy? Or better yet, when you're watching the movie, y'all, you can tell when a person gonna be on some BS. You can tell when a person just ain't right. You look at them and say, nah, that person ain't right. Or you may say, they own something. They own something, right? It's because you get that fishy vibe from them. It's because you get that fishy and shady energy from them, right? Have y'all been going through that lately? Or have y'all ever been through that? Drop in the comments below and let me know. Okay? Well, Rena, what are you saying right now? Whenever a person give you those type of fishy vibes, it's nothing that they can say. It's nothing that they can do. It's nothing or no way they can portray themselves that's going to make you change your perspective on them. Unless they genuine, right? And see, genuine is a hard thing to find from certain individuals, okay? So, y'all, I have a scripture that supports this as well. It says right here, y'all, in Proverbs chapter 20, verse 6, it says, most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man, right? Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, it says, most men will proclaim each his own goodness, but who can find a faithful man? See, when it says a faithful man, y'all, it says, who can find a genuine man? Who can find a trustworthy man? Who can find someone who's faithful to himself? It's not just only with a relationship. It's not just only with a marriage. It's not just only, you know, in some type of romantic situationship. It's not just only that. See, in order for you to be able to be faithful to somebody else, you got to be faithful to yourself. And see, what it has to do with having fishy vibes is everything, right? Because in order for a person to be, you know, 100% real or genuine or sincere, they can't be passing off those fishy vibes. But number 2, they got to be a faithful person. Number 2, they got to be a faithful person, right? So understand what I'm saying on that, y'all. Anybody who been giving you fishy vibes, they're not going to be who they're trying to act like they are, okay? You're going to notice these signs. You're going to notice how they carry themselves. You're going to notice by their verbiage. You're going to notice, right, by how they maneuver through situations. They giving off fishy vibes. Somebody drop in the comments and say fishy vibes, okay? So that's the first sign, right, that you was right about them. They was giving off those fishy vibes, okay? Understand that. Now, the second sign of how you know you were right about them is going to be this, chosen one. Red flags, right? Red flags. Somebody drop in the comments and say red flags, right? Red flags. Now, what do I mean by red flags? You know, we get around certain individuals, you know, we start dealing with certain people, dating certain people, getting in a relationship, friends, family, and we start accepting things because we are close to these individuals, right? Sometimes we allow the love to blind us from their true character. Sometimes we allow the love to blind us from what they actually are doing, right? A few things that people do, y'all, that it's red flags, right? I'm talking about from point A to point Z, all type of red flags. But sometimes y'all will allow it to bypass us. Some things they do is this right here, y'all. People who are lovers of money, right? People who are lovers of themselves, selfish individuals, proud, people who have a lot of pride, right? Boastful, abusive, mentally, physically, emotionally, right? All these different aspects, untrustworthy people, all right? Ungrateful, treacherous. These are things that we accept as a people, as a person, because we want to be accepted by that particular person or those group of people. If I'm telling the truth, somebody say truth. Yes, sir. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. You have to be mindful, though, of these type of individuals. They have red flags. A lot of times you see a red flag while you on a date and you sometimes bypass it, right? But understand this, y'all. You knew you was already right about this person because you seen the red flag. You seen the BS coming. You seen what they was doing. It was a red flag, all right? Jobs have red flags, y'all. Our loved ones have red flags, okay? Red flags surround you, but you have to want to see it, all right? And if you don't want to see it, or if you don't allow yourself to see it, then you're going to find yourself in a world of pain. You're going to find yourself in a pool full of pain, okay? What do I mean by that? What I'm saying is, y'all, a person is going to only do what you allow. They're going to keep giving you breadcrumbs after breadcrumbs after breadcrumbs, okay, until it actually just start adding up. And now they done gave you the whole loaf. But see, it started from that one breadcrumb, a.k.a. red flag, right? Flag on the plate. Somebody drop in the comments and say flag on the plate. Yes, sir, they got a whole bunch of penalties, y'all. But you have to be willing to open up your eyes and see it. They giving you red flags, but you was always right about them, all right? And so the third sign of how you know you was right about them, chosen one, is going to be this. Consistent doubt, right? Consistent doubt. Let me just say this, y'all. When it comes to consistent doubt, that's your discernment kicking in. Yeah, let me just go ahead and say this, y'all. Let me go on and sit this out there. That's your discernment kicking in. That's your intuition kicking in. Consistent doubt. Let me go ahead and get into the scripture on this one, y'all. Right here, y'all, in 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9, it says, "Therefore give to your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to judge this great people of yours?" Let me say it once again, y'all, louder for the chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, it says, "Therefore give to your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to judge this great people of yours," right? What it's telling you is, in all things that you do, gain understanding, but understand the discernment that you have within inside you that is powerful. In order to judge anything or anybody or anyone, you must have discernment. And see, that discernment is kicking in. That discernment is kicking in. Somebody drop in the comments and say discernment. That discernment is kicking in, okay? And so this lets you know that you were always right about them. Well, Rena, what do you mean by doubt? See, consistent doubt is not always a negative thing. Because y'all know me, y'all. I'm a huge proponent of being positive. I'm Mr. Positive, y'all, okay? Mr. Positivity, right? But however, when it comes to certain people, certain things, right? Sometimes that doubt is not coming from a negative place. That doubt can be coming from your discernment. For instance, let's just say it's someone, you know, who's about to take a flight. And I'm just using an example, okay? So don't nobody kill me in the comments. But someone decided to take a flight. And they just have this doubt like, man, I don't want to get on that flight. For some reason, man, I'm just having doubts about getting on this flight. And so They don't get on the flight. And maybe hours later, turn around, they're having weather issues in the sky, right? Well, that doubt didn't come from a negative place. That doubt came from discernment. And see, that's the same thing with you. You've been doubting this person. You've been doubting this job. You've been doubting this family member. You've been doubting them, but not from a negative place. It's been coming from a place of discernment. Like, can I really trust this person? Is this person really for me? Is this job what God actually has for me? Like, what is it, right? And that is your discernment. You are having consistent doubt. But that's how you know you was always right about that person, that thing, that place, whatever it is, y'all. You was always right about it, okay? So that's going to lead me to my next one, y'all, which is number 4. You see through them. Now, this right here is a big one, right? Let me say it once again, by the way, y'all. Louder for the chosen ones in the back. You see straight through them. Have y'all ever seen somebody, right, who came in your job and they just trying to come off like they perfect patty? Yes, sir. I'm talking about excellent Edward, right? They don't do no wrong, y'all. They imperfect like us, but they trying to portray themselves to be perfect. Right? I'm not saying don't strive to be like Jesus. I'm not saying don't strive to be the greatest version of yourself, because that's what I preach. That would be hypocrisy. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the people who act like they ain't did no wrong, the people who act like they can't do, no type of wrong, y'all. Okay? The ones who look down on you when the only person who should be looking down is God, because he sits so high. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Okay, and so what I want y'all to realize is I'm talking about that person. You see straight through them. There was an episode on Martin, y'all. Y'all know anybody who listens to me, y'all know I'm a huge Martin fan, right? But it was an episode on Martin where Gina had a friend, and her friend was coming off as I'm so real. That was her whole thing. I think in the episode, they portrayed her like she was a book author, and she had a book called I'm So Real. Well, Martin and Gina, the only time they came together was to bring her down, because they seen straight through her. Y'all get what I'm saying? They seen straight through her. And so they got her to the Martin Payne show, right? And he exposed her right then and there, y'all. Okay? But what are you saying, Reno? What I'm saying is him and Pam seen straight through her. Okay? And that's the same thing with you. You see straight through their shenanigans. You see straight through their BS. You see straight through, the little movie and the little game and the little show they trying to portray themselves as. Y'all got that person at y'all job. You got that person at your school. You got that person at your gym. You got that person who always coming to the event, coming to the functions, the family functions, acting like they just high and mighty. Y'all know that person, but see, you see straight through them, okay? Whether you're dating, you see straight through them. In a relationship, see straight through them. You got that person who you done met in your life, y'all. And if y'all have, y'all be sure to do so and drop in the comments and let me know. But yeah, you see straight through them, y'all. It's a real thing. And that's going to get me to my next point, y'all, which is number 5. They have a point to prove. Okay? Let me say it once again, louder, for the chosen ones in the back. They have a huge point to prove. Now, Reno, what do you mean by that? Those who have a point to prove, you can't trust them. You can't trust a person who have a point to prove. Why? Because why are you trying to prove a point? What is it about me that you're trying to convince me of? Right? I don't trust people who try to convince me. I don't trust people who try to persuade me. Right? This is why when I'm walking in the mall, y'all, I'm not about to buy from someone who's, hey, come get it. Right? Like, that's going to scare me away. Why do you want me to get this so much? Okay, it's okay to speak to me. I mean, and look, y'all, you know what? I support a person who have a business. Okay, I support somebody who trying to come up. I do support that. But what I'm saying is, y'all, for the mass majority, anybody who's trying to give you something, it's in human nature to run away from it. And so getting back to this point, they have this huge point to prove, and you just like, I don't know. Why do you want to prove this point to me so much, right? I mean, it's like they're trying so hard. They're trying so hard. But y'all know who was trying so hard? Satan the devil. He tried real hard. And so he give you these temptations. That's another indicator of trying hard. These temptations. Why are you trying so hard to tempt me? Why are you trying so hard to get me to like you? Why are you trying so hard? In the movie Fall for Grace, written by Tyler Perry, he had, the whole movie was about this young guy coming into this older woman's life, trying so hard to make her fall and, get out her shell. And once he did that, he disappeared and vanished. He was trying to prove a point, but there was no point to prove, because once he made her fall, he did exactly what Satan the devil does: disappear and leave you high and dry. He killed, stole, and destroyed, right? And so what I'm saying is, y'all, you was always right about them. Why? Because you had that feeling. You was like, why they trying so hard to prove a point? And maybe they did something, or maybe they're doing something, or maybe they're going to do something that clicked with you like, see, I knew it, right? I knew it. They're trying to prove a point, y'all. And so anyone who needs to prove a point or try to, convince you or persuade you, these are not individuals you need in your life, okay? And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get to a recap on this. Once again, y'all, 5 signs of how you know you were right about them. Number 1, they give you fishy vibes. Number 2, too many red flags. Number 3, consistent doubt. Number 4, you see straight through them. And number 5, they have a point to prove, okay? And so with that being said, y'all, we're going to go ahead and conclude with this video. Y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all check out any one of the links in my description. Check out any one of my books. That's Rich Mentality, 8 Steps to Self-Publishing, A Successful Book, Traumatized by Love, as well as Fairly Unequal. Also, be sure to check out any one of my memberships. That's my YouTube membership, as well as my Patreon. And don't forget, y'all, be sure to enroll into my social influence course, where I show you how to build up your social media platform, as well as become a self-published author. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform, as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish a book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio, and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.